It is February 2nd, 2016, and this is Jeff Knuckles recording my demo for assignment PA4 for SE456. And so, as you can see by what's on the screen, I have three aliens moving back and forth on the screen, as well as the gun and the spaceship moving in opposite directions. And the aliens are animating through two sprites each. The squid on the top is animating the image back and forth between the images at a half second, the middle one at 3/4 of a second, and the one at the bottom, the octopus, is doing 1 second each. The events are being sorted, added in a sorted manner, and they're not being sorted afterwards. They're actually being added sorted to an event queue, which is pulling events out and running them. So I actually have three types of events that I'm doing, three commands that are being run. I have an image change command, which is doing the sprite animation. I have a game object move, which is doing the animating the move back and forth on the screen, and it's the same one that's being used for both sets of sprites. The gun and the gun and the ship start out going one direction and then switch to the other, and then the aliens start out the opposite direction. So that's the second type. And then the third type, because we had to create for this assignment, we had to create a demonstration that did not involve animation. I have the debug screen actually showing some events at doing 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock, and I've got numbers in front of them showing the number of seconds that they tick off at. So the 1 o'clock runs every second, the 2 o'clock every 2 seconds, 3 o'clock every 3 seconds, and then rock shows at the 4th second, and then there's a line that appears to divide at the 5th second. In between each line we should see the same number of events kicking off, although they may appear in a slightly different order depending on how they got added to the queue. So they don't always say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock, because 1 o'clock gets repeated every second. So that is my demonstration. I did complete setting up a game objects. I still have to do some refactoring of it because I'm not quite happy with how I have it working at the moment. I also have the beginnings of a factory, in that these the game objects that you see on the screen are actually being created by a factory, but because of the naming limitations on some of the earlier things like the sprites and stuff, I need to go back and make sure that I'm not doing anything that prevents me from having more than one of any of these things, because when I tried to add more than one, obviously it was failing. So that's my next step, is to make sure that I'm not making unique names required for every single type of game element, mainly the sprites, the textures, images, that kind of thing. And then the game objects themselves are being created by a factory, as I said, but there's some reworking that I want to do in the factory structure as well. So that's my next things to work on, so that I can get multiples of each of these going on the screen. And that's the end of my demonstration for this week.